this first project, they set about to address the problem of how to structure brainstorming, which means that they had a really interesting process because they were brainstorming ideas for their brainstorming project. And so through that process, they could basically figure out, okay, what are we doing now and how can we make it better? And the fruits of that work is the app you're about to see. So here is IdeaStorm.
Right.
Good afternoon, I'm Evelyn Henry. My teammates Blanca Sanchez, Maria Betances, Erica Chai, and I developed IdeaStorm, a virtual collaboration tool. Traditional collaborative brainstorming can be a very chaotic process. Many players can lead to a disorganized workspace and not everyone's voices can be heard. Waiting for others to finish the idea can lead to a heavy cognitive load. IdeaStorm provides a solution to this problem while allowing for the real-time sharing, discussing, and connecting of ideas. IdeaStorm is a single web page application developed with Materialize, React, Redux, and D3. SQLize Express and AWS provide most of our back-end support. Upon logging in, a user is presented with their profile page. It organizes their past, present, and future brainstorms. A user can create a new session and invite collaborators to join them. A user can delete a session that they've created. Blanca Sanchez will walk you through a user's experience upon entering a collaboration room.
The goal was to create a virtual workspace where team members could remotely collaborate, and we were able to make this possible with the use of sockets. Different options attendees have when posting an idea include composing text, uploading images, which we've used Amazon Web Services to host, and appending links. The attendees can also assemble their ideas by color, delete an idea if they choose to, and they can drag ideas across the board. We've used D3 to visualize branching between idea connections. The attendees can also participate in a chat box with one another as well. As a host, you have abilities to toggle off the branches and create swim lanes to group your ideas. You can also create a voter poll and then display a result of those votes. The host is the only person that can end the session. Now I'm going to pass it over to Erica, who's going to talk about some obstacles that we had while implementing these functionalities.
So as we worked on implementing the variety of features that we have for our app, we've encountered numerous obstacles ranging from incorporating new technology to finalizing an approach. It was a challenge for us to decide on which technology to use and to choose an approach for creating branches between nodes. We went from using SVG to Viz.js and finally D3, which is how these branches are currently made. Another huge challenge we had was positioning and persisting the nodes and branches while also allowing users to drag them around on the board. We originally wanted to generate a random position for newly created nodes. While we decided that's not a good approach, so we decided on automatically placing these newly created nodes in an incoming designated nodes area so that users can place them on the board wherever they want them to be placed. Now I'll pass it on to Maria, and she'll discuss more about features that we would love to implement in the future.
Although users have many options to organize their ideas, there were additional features we would have implemented given more time. These would have further enhanced the overall user experience. A top feature we would have tackled is the ability for users to drag and drop files from their machines to the whiteboard. This would reduce the number of steps that a user needs to take in order to add elements to the session. A second feature would address the anonymity of the session by broadcasting a user's name as they add, update, drag, or delete notes from the board. We would have also leveraged D3 to generate a clean summary of the attendees' votes through the use of bar graphs or pie charts. We hope you check out our tool, as IdeaStorm would be a great resource for your next brainstorming session. Thank you.
All right, if you would like to vote for IdeaStorm, it's really cool. Because I think I think the way we do meetings is still it's still very prone to a lot of biases that we have, right? Like who talks the loudest. I mean, even the same thing is who talks the loudest, who's afraid of public speaking. So to have things captured play, I'm playing with right now on my screen. Mark, I don't know if you can cut to my screen and show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm dragging something that me and my wife, I'm showing my wife later, some baby picture framing on my wall, but it's cool that you can really just kind of use this as a whiteboard to discuss, and then capture, and then have different mechanisms for discussion. So
yeah, I really like any of these kinds of Canvas projects where it's like a collaborative, you can like put whatever on it and sort of play with it in a collaborative setting.
yeah,
And I know they have a ton of plans for like being able to track the history and being able to sort of make Git branches of these entire boards, so that sort of for a meeting you can better track what ideas people have had and then what becomes of them.